Benson's class of 2025 is graduating today, which is super exciting. They were the first class to graduate from our new and renovated Benson High School, and we got to come here and ask them what their favorite memories from their time at Benson was. So here's that.
One of my favorite memories from Benson is probably my very first year, freshman year. I got out of, COVID and the pandemic lockdown. I think my favorite memory would be just finally, being able to see people after so many years of lockdown.
Probably a lot of the times in my PE class where I just would hang out with my friends and goof off, especially in the locker rooms, just having a good time. Like PE, I wasn't the biggest fan of the class, but I enjoyed hanging out with friends.
My favorite memory from Benson is a little bit hard to explain, but basically at the old campus, before we moved to the new campus, we had these big buildings by one of the fields, because we had two fields. And some of my friends, who I will remain nameless, would climb up on them and just hang out, and it was really fun. And there was a point once when we were all just hanging out, I think during Flex, where the dean showed up, and we all kind of scattered and ran away, and it felt a lot like a movie, and it was just kind of one of those moments where it felt kind of good, and it felt like all of the bad thoughts and stuff would just kind of go away. And then the second memory is every single party we have had in KPPS ever, Jacob always brings such good food, and it's such a good vibe, and I always end up washing the dishes, but it's not a bad thing. It's like a positive thing where it's like, oh, community, and we're all one big family. So I think that would definitely be one of my best memories.
Yeah, my favorite memory is probably from freshman year when me and my friends climbed on the dugouts that were by the baseball field, and then the dean chased us down and called in all of the security guards, and there were 30 of us leaping like lemmings off the roofs. It was great.
I really liked everything that I did in my major. My favorite was probably photography shoots, and then my other thing outside of my major would probably be skipping at Lentz Park. It was sunny, spring days. It was pretty good.
One of my favorite memories from Benson is laying in the fields with my friends. Also loved doing the CTE programs.
I think my most favorite memory from being at Benson is sitting with my friends in one of their cars and watching How to Train Your Dragon movies and eating Wingstop, because that was a fun thing to do at Marshall. And there was parking, so we could just sit there in parking and watch movies all the time, and it was great.
One of my favorite memories from Benson is going into electric. It's really fun working with these guys on projects, just fun stuff in general.
My favorite memory at Benson is just being with the electric guys. I remember going into it my junior year, and got into it, never looked back, and just making a lot of memories with these two, and all the guys, everyone in there. Mr. Massell, best teacher ever, and that's more I can say.
I'm gonna say the same thing. Electric was really fun. I loved it. At first I was gonna do automotive, but as soon as I joined electric, I loved it. I loved Massell's energy. I loved how he taught. He was genuinely just one of the greatest teachers I've ever had. No, is the greatest teacher I ever had in all of my high school history.
I really enjoyed the clinicals experience that we had at Providence Health Center, and also the lab we got to do at the Providence Health Center on surgical simulations.
I'd say my favorite time at Benson is every time I'm in radio, just because we come up to the goofiest things. We make fun broadcasting memories. We make fun radio scripts. We just have a fun time. We're really goofy in there, so I think that's definitely some of my favorite memories.
I particularly remember getting my grade book back at the end of junior years and just seeing all A's. And it felt like that I had finally picked myself back up after the pandemic had been that punch in the jaw that it was.
I feel like our annual tech show, it really got everyone together and working really hard as a community that we are. And that was my favorite memory.
My favorite memory of my time at Benson was definitely going to Europe last summer. That was a really fun trip.
Yeah, I agree with that. That and the AP Art History class that I took with Miss King. I think that was my favorite class. It was super cool to then go see those things in person. Yeah, definitely do it again. It was super fun.
One of my favorite memories would definitely be this year's homecoming. I definitely danced with a lot of people that I've known, people that I just say hi in the hallways. Just a moment that Benson orchestrated to where I could, be around the people that I appreciate. So, yeah.
I really enjoyed hanging out with my friends. I I really enjoyed manufacturing class, just hanging out with my buddies, enjoying the final year. It was really cool.
My favorite memory is probably the AP Bio trip because we got to hang out as a class instead of just working, and we actually got to socialize.
My favorite memory was probably this year's assembly when we introduced a new chant.
My favorite memory from Benson was doing my first assembly. That was really fun. It was the winter pep assembly in 2024, and that was the first time I spoke. I did really poorly, but in hindsight, it was really fun, and it helped me improve my public speaking skills like a lot, and I really cherish that memory.
My favorite memory at Benson would have to be prom. It was really fun, and I got to see a lot of people dress up.
My favorite memory from Benson would definitely be prom. Me and my friends went and got dinner beforehand, and then we went to prom, and we had a really great time. Had a lot of fun dancing, and yeah, that's my favorite memory from Benson.
I think my favorite memory, I didn't really make a lot of friends throughout high school, at all, and I didn't really know most of the people here. But I did really get to know a lot of the teachers. They really helped me out, and honestly, I wouldn't have graduated without the SES teachers. And there was a lot of good memories just walking in and just being Jazeera, everyone's just happy to see you, and it just made it a lot easier to get through the day because there was teachers supporting.
I feel like the last days of senior year, I feel like everyone just came in, became a community, we embraced the sadness of graduating, and I feel like that was a pretty good memory.
I think my favorite memory was playing Senior Assassin as a senior. That was really fun.
We had a little senior a skip day where we all went to the beach, and it was kind of nice because, I don't know, our class in particular has had a lot of drama, but we kind of all looked past it, so it was nice to just all go out and do something together. So I don't know, it was reconnecting, and I feel like it's very telling on the whole experience of just high school in general, how a lot of things can happen and a lot of stuff can happen between people, but it's not necessarily it's not going to change who you are, with your relationship with those people. It's just something that kind of happens, and you can move forward and you can look past it. But I don't know, it kind of depends, but there's probably some other stuff I'm not thinking of.